welcome to my updated review of AttractWell as an all-in-one platform. I will be comparing this to other platforms that I have used, and I'll be walking through the inside of my AttractWell account and showing you some of the features that you can expect to find inside of AttractWell. Again, if you have any questions about how this compares to other platforms, please just leave a comment and let me know. I'm happy to give you my honest opinion. I am a freelance website designer. I do work in every platform out there that offers website building. That's what I do. And so I've seen a lot of all-in-one platforms. I have set up a lot of complicated systems for people and can compare these different features, I think, from a user perspective, and can give you my honest feedback on how this is going to work for you, especially if you're a solopreneur and you're doing this without paid staff and you don't have a virtual assistant. You need to do this all on your own. If you don't call yourself tech savvy, then you're going to want to stick around and listen to my assessment of AttractWell. So I'm going to be going through all of the features here, and I talk really fast, so maybe you can slow me down. But I'm going to try and cover as much information as I possibly can. Let's start with the dashboard on AttractWell. You get some analytics right off the bat here when you're on your dashboard. You can see the contacts that are the most active in your system. You can see what kinds of things are going on in your system, so website views, website links, clicks, emails opened, all those kinds of things. I can also switch here and see all of the pages that are getting the most hits, just some basic analytics. I will get a list of the people that have opened my emails. Most recently, I'll say 5 minutes ago, this person opened your email, that kind of thing. So just like a quick overview, which is really useful. On your campaigns, you can open up stats and see your open rates and your click rates, and you can see your unsubscribes really easily from every email that you're sending out, be it just like a one-off email to one person or to an entire marketing sequence. You can do all of that. So that's really handy. So let's just kind of click through some of the tools here. Success Academy is a way that they have organized all of their help and support for you so that you can kind of get started quickly. So they have a getting started sort of checklist quiz that will then recommend places for you to start based on what your goals are. I know that people just want to be told what to do sometimes, right? Just tell me what I need to do first, but what you're doing is not going to be the same as necessarily somebody else. A system like this that has a huge amount of capability is going to cater to a lot of different people, different kinds of businesses. So we can't just tell you start here because it doesn't know where you want to start. So this is a really smart feature just to kind of give you that starting point that you might be looking for. And then common projects, you can go through here and, I want to make a website first. I want to create a funnel. I want to set up my list or build a course or a community. So you can kind of go through these based on those topics. General account setup, connecting your domain, connecting your payment, connecting a mail server. So you can go through these steps. They're just sort of general, just getting started steps. And if you want a video on each of these, I do offer tutorials on all of these topics. So you can go through my channel and find those as well. But these are kind of ones that pertain to everybody. Usually everyone wants to set these up. So that's really helpful if you're kind of like, I don't have a clue what to do. I like this kind of feature. Online resources and courses is really cool. They have a lot of free just courses and programs for you to teach you the ins and outs of growing a business online. So how to build a membership, how to build a course or an online community, or all of those things. You can go through these and set up a client funnel that automatically brings in new people for you. Your launch challenge pipeline igniter is a paid course that they offer as well. That's a lot more in depth. And then you can also just go on their YouTube channel. The AttractWell YouTube channel is absolutely chock full of training. Longer trainings, they're all about an hour long, but on different topics, and they're very thorough. And so if you're here to learn and you want to just get in there and learn about growing a business online, then there's no shortage of ways to learn. Get help from a real person. So what kind of help and support does AttractWell offer? Well, this is really where I think they differ from other platforms, because if you've ever tried to go through the help desk at Kajabi, it's not fun. So I've dealt with a lot of support, help and support at WordPress and Wix and Kajabi, and it's always a bit of a headache. And if you email the support team at AttractWell, you get a human being. You get a human being right away. And somebody on this continent that wants to help you by going into your account and showing you exactly where to click and how to get things set up. And so they're extremely hands-on, and it's really refreshing to see that. And the feedback I get from people dealing with AttractWell is that, like, oh my goodness, they're so much more helpful than other platforms, and you can actually get support in the way that you want it. So especially if you are someone that's doing this on your own and you don't think you're tech savvy, you're going to love this. You're going to love it, the way that they help you. So yeah, you can hire their team to build your site for them. You can attend their office hours trainings. Those are those large trainings that are on the YouTube channel. You can join those live. They have a Facebook group you can post questions in. Small group calls. They take 5 people per call, and you can just jump on those as often as you need for free and just get help directly. Like, show me where to do, where I find this, or help me fix this, or did I do this right? That's a huge resource. Like, usually you would have to pay for that kind of thing. So that's amazing that you can do that. So this is a lot of help here from a platform like this. So it's really cool to see that. And then live trainings and replays. This is just sort of a feed of their YouTube. So you can also find this over on YouTube. But yeah, so that's kind of their help area. You also have this little question mark on the top of the screen that opens up all of their help articles by topic. So in my opinion, AttractWell is more like, how do you prefer to learn? Do you like to read an article, watch a video, or have live help where someone handholds and walks you through it? Because you can pick your path here. You can choose which way you want to learn. And so that is phenomenal to see in a platform. And so I really appreciate that about them. And you can see over on the menu here, you also have Write with AI. This is ChatGPT 4.0. And you can type in here and see your prior responses and get feedback from ChatGPT with ideas, writing your marketing campaigns, writing your copy for your website, helping you set up your funnel, getting ideas for your blog posts or YouTubes, anything you want, you can type in here, and you can actually also pre-program it now and teach it so that your ChatGPT, your AI writer in AttractWell will get to know you and provide you the kind of feedback that you want. So massive time saver, and you will find this anywhere in the system where you can type. So on your blogs, and your website pages, building your courses, writing your emails. You'll see the Write with AI there, and also just here on the main dashboard. So that's really cool. Under the Contact Manager, you have contacts, campaigns, messages, and settings. So just quickly to show you contacts, you can see here that the Contact Manager lists each person with their own little card, and I'm not going to spend too much time there because there is some private information in there. So I have to blank out part of that screen, but basically on the contacts, you can see the emails they've opened, the emails they've clicked on. You can see if they've unsubscribed or not. You can see the courses they're in and their progress in the course, their upcoming meetings, if they've booked meetings with you. You can add private notes to the contacts, and you can filter and sort your contacts by tag. So tags are how you create lists in AttractWell. You can schedule emails in advance or text if you turn on the two-way texting feature, and you can apply drip campaigns and texting campaigns to them as well. So there's a lot you can do with the Contact Manager. You can bulk export your contacts, you can bulk delete your contacts, you can bulk tag them, you can remove all of your unsubscribes if you want. So I think it is a pretty good contact manager. It can do a lot, and so that's really useful. And then going into campaigns, this is campaigns here. Campaigns can be email and or text or both. So it's pretty cool. You have to turn on the texting feature to use the two-way texting in AttractWell. When you turn it on, it asks you where you live, and you can pick a phone number based on your area. So it's not using your cell phone number. It gives you a new number, and then you have to go through some hoops to get it up and running and verify, because there are some text marketing laws that you have to follow. And so they're insisting that you be compliant with that, which is good, so then you don't get fined. And you can use that for things like sending reminders when somebody books a call with you, or doing a drip campaign via text, or sending a text out to all your contacts saying, hey, I'm having a sale for such and such, or text the keyword blah 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 to this number and get 1, 2, 3. So there's lots of really cool ways you can use texting. From your perspective as the AttractWell user, you can text from your desktop, which is really cool, but your audience is going to get it as like a one-to-one text on their phone. So if you text 1,000 people at one time in AttractWell, they'll each get it as a one-to-one text. They won't get it as a group text. And if they call the texting number, it just forwards to your cell phone. So you can answer it on your cell phone. It'll go to your cell phone voicemail. and you can text them through the AttractWell app or from your desktop. You just go up to the chat feature up here, and you can actually be like texting back and forth, but you're typing on your desktop and they're texting from their phone. It's a little bit weird for you, but totally normal for your audience. So I think it's a really neat feature, and there's a lot of different ways you can use it. So inside a campaign, you can see here just on the general campaigns page, all these different campaigns here. They have some built-in ones that you can use. If you hit stats on a campaign that's up and running, you can see, okay, contacts who opened, 85 opened it, these people clicked on it, these are my percentages, total messages sent, 208. And so this is a campaign that has been sent over and over and over and over and over. And if I click on contacts who clicked or contacts who opened, it will actually show me exactly who clicked and opened, which is really a good feature as well. So that's kind of the basics of campaigns. If you are editing a campaign, basically you can set the settings so it's email only, and then you can set the messages. Let's go to the messages here. So the first message there set on day 0 means it's sending right away, and then I can stack messages underneath. So I can have a message that's day 1, day 2, day 3, day 4, whatever I want, and I can set dates on those as well, and automation. So automation could trigger an action once the email is sent. So when this email is sent, the automation will remove them from this coaching program, or it will tag them, or it will take them out of this email sequence and put them in a different one. So you can do a lot of things with the automations as well. So campaigns are good, and it's good that they have them. You connect the campaigns to things like landing pages and payments, so that when somebody takes action on your website, maybe they sign up for something or purchase something, it's going to automatically be sending those emails and texts. So again, very vital in creating a funnel and setting up a marketing campaign, running ads and things like that. You're going to want to have really good campaigns. And then messages is just sort of all of your email messages, so you can write drafts in here. You can schedule them ahead of time. This is just sending off emails or texts. So if you're sending an email to all your whole list, you'll see them all listed here. I don't have any right now, so there's nothing to see. But and excuse my dog's barking in the background. There's a neighbor dog barking across the street. And then if we go to settings under contacts, you can see automations are here. I can import my list from a CSV file. I can set up my email signature. I can create follow-up plans, which are like automated to-do lists and reminders for yourself. So these are like internal reminders. I can export my entire contact list, and I can manage my tags on my contacts. So all look really good features. So let's move into website. 2 new features that they've added are the quick setup and the simple site. So quick setup and simple site are attempts to help you get your website up and running, because some people were just really struggled with this. And so you can create a 1-page website, and it will just spit out a simple page for you based on what you tell it. So you tell it the colors, you give it a logo and a picture of yourself, and you can fill in some questions, and it will then create a basic site for you. And then they also have the simple site, which again will ask you, do you have an offer? Do you want a link section? Do you want an about section? Do you want blogs? And you can go through and edit this, and it will then spit out a homepage for you. It's using AI to do this. So let's see if I can get you some examples here. I created this one. I wasn't terribly impressed with it off the bat, but again, I haven't done a lot of customizing on it, so I didn't change the picture. So I can go through and change the pictures here. But it did put in my picture. It did put in some of my text, like it used AI to write some copy for me. So I would go through and tweak this a lot, but at least it gave me a starting point. So if you need that, if you need like, hey, I just need you guys to put something together for me that I can kind of start with, it's a good feature. It's just using AI and the prompts that you give it, and then it's giving you a suggested starting point. So I think it's cool. It's a good way to get started, but you can also see that they have a lot of website templates in here. So these are homepage templates. You have about page templates. You have for your link tree, sales page, just a blank, landing pages, confirmation, favorite things. So be like affiliate links, services and products, coming soon, building a wait list, contracts, footers. And then you also have funnel setup. So this is actually a package of templates that includes your opt-in for your freebie, your sales page, and all your campaigns, and then it writes you through the steps to set it up if you download that. So that's a cool one too. And then it has different themes. You can choose a theme, and they are developing more themes, and so this is a really cool feature as well, and they're putting more and more out there. You'll see here some of their home pages. Where's the home page? Some of the home pages are really, like this one's really new. If I click on this one, it's more like an athletic theme. I think it's a pretty cool looking one. So they're developing more and more. And again, this is all customizable. So now I could go in and change the picture and change the text and add a different logo and just kind of adjust the sections for me. But it's really great if you need a starting point. You don't want to build from scratch, then this is really helpful. They do have a drag and drop feature now on their page builder so that you can move things around just by clicking and dragging. So you can then play with the elements, and you can preview phone, tablet, and live screen on your page builder. You can embed things on here, so if you want to go to code view, if you're into that, you can do that pretty easily. So that works really well. Buttons, all pretty self-explanatory on how to do this kind of stuff. But on the settings, you can do a form, you can do a pop-up, you can do a checkout on here that will then redirect them to something and trigger an email campaign. So on the page builder, you can have a lot of different features. So that's just some basics of their website pages. Let's go back to the main menu. Okay. So we have the quick setup, the simple site, and the pages, all to help you get your website up and running. If you go to customize my site, you can set your defaults for your system, logo, favicon, custom footer, 404 page, all of those things are in here. You can set up your social media sites. Advanced options is where you're going to put like your Google Analytics or your Facebook Pixel and things like that, so you can set all of that up. They have network marketing features, so if you're in a network marketing company and you want to run your business through here, this is where you can turn on those features to basically help you manage your downline and keep track of your members and your team and all of that. So that's built in. And then colors and fonts, you can set up your brand colors, your default fonts, and your button colors for your whole system. This will be system-wide. Blog posts, turn on the blog, and you can then set up blogging so you can personalize your blog. I just had somebody ask me on a call, WordPress is supposed to be the best for blog. Can I do blogging here? And I think that it's important to remember that the search engines don't care what platform you're on. They care what kind of content you have. So you can fail with a WordPress blog, and you can succeed with an AttractWell blog or a blog somewhere else. So the key to success with your blog is so much more than the platform you choose, is the point I'm making. So consider that. Yes, you can. There's things you can do in here for SEO. You can add your meta description. You can have SEO keywords in your title and in your headings and subheadings. And then you can go down to search engine and do your meta description down here, and then link it to Pinterest and get it on social and start marketing it. That's really what's going to get people to your blog. So that's my little rant on that. Member area. So inside of AttractWell, you have member area vaults and classes. How do those work? So a member area is basically a dashboard where people can see your different offers. So I've made this all very generic. You can totally change the way this looks, but essentially, if somebody has purchased your group coaching program, your courses, anything that you want someone to log in and access, you're going to use what they call a vault, which is like an offer. So in Kajabi, they have offers. You create products and you add them to offers. In AttractWell, you're creating vaults. Those are your offers. So this is Vault 1, Vault 2, Vault 3. And somebody can log in here and then access the content that way. So when you see member area vaults and classes, you're like, what does that mean? Vaults is how many offers, how many things are you selling, where you want someone to create a password to log in to access content. If you're just selling an hour of your time, like they're buying a session from you, you don't need a vault for that unless you need them to log in to access something from you. So vaults are really specifically for like private content that you want someone to log in and access. So that's a course, a group coaching program, a membership, something like that, but you can put any of those things in a vault. They use Stripe as their payment processor. I know Kajabi has a lot more payment processing options, including the Kajabi Pay. And here we only have Stripe, so that is a con for AttractWell, but they do integrate directly with the Zapier. So if you need something else, you can try and figure that out. I just connect Stripe. I just deal with Stripe. That's fine. It all works fine for me. So you can do one-time payment, you can do payment plans, and you can do subscriptions or memberships in here via Stripe. So all your money goes to Stripe. AttractWell does not take a cut, but Stripe does. So you can talk to Stripe about that, but they will take a percentage. And you can set up checkouts in your vaults and sell your classes and sell your courses and your membership and all of those things in your vault. So inside a vault, you can have a community, which acts just like a Facebook group. You can have website pages, and you can have courses and anything else, downloads, videos. I've seen people use it as like a database of resources that people are paying a membership to access, or you can sell a course or whatever you want. So it's really broad, the ways you can use the Vaults feature, and I know they're always looking for ways to make that better. Most commonly, I see people use it for group coaching, selling courses, and one-on-one coaching. And one-on-one coaching is only useful if you want people, again, to be able to log in and access like private, confidential information from you. Then that's where you're going to use Vaults. So that's how all those features kind of work in a very loose way. I do have specific videos on how to set each of those up. So if you're like, I need to know how to do those things, Pam, go find those videos, because this is a broad overview. Bookings. The booking system in AttractWell has to connect to either Google Calendar or Microsoft Calendar. You have to have one of those two in order to use the booking system. So if you don't have a Google Calendar or Microsoft Calendar, the easiest thing for you to do is to just create one. If you have a Gmail, it's really easy. You already have a Google Calendar. It's just there. You're just not using it yet. So just connect it, because in connecting it here, you can then use the booking system. So you can create booking types and call packages. It syncs with my Google Calendar. So when I show my Google Calendar, those are all my meetings. So that's why it's important. So if I have a dentist appointment, I can go on my Google Calendar and say I have a dentist appointment at 9, and then nobody in AttractWell can book with me, right? So my booking system fully syncs with my Google Calendar. So you can create booking types, which are like one at a time calls, and then you can do packages, which are selling a package. So the advantage with the packages is that they can purchase, say, a package of 5, and the system will count down how many they have. It'll tell you the upcoming calls, it'll send them reminders and prompt them to book their next call. So the call packages is really popular. Booking types and call packages can be free or paid, and you can manually override it, set your schedule, how many calls per day you want to have, how much time between calls. All of those typical settings you'll see in other booking systems, you're going to see here as well. The store feature. The store feature is an add-on feature, so you have to turn it on in the system, and it allows you to have an e-commerce or shop. Pros, if you're selling your own products or services, this is a great feature. You don't need it in order to sell anything in AttractWell. Like, you can sell your courses and your membership and all of that without the store. But if you want to have a store, so someone can add to cart and shop different categories and have shipping rates and things like that, turn the store on. The downside to the store is that it doesn't integrate directly with third parties. So if you're doing drop shipping, if you're using a third party to like print your t-shirts and ship your stuff for you, it's not going to connect with that. But if it will connect with Zapier, so if your third party will connect with Zapier, you can do an integration that way if you need a third party. So you'll have to look into that. Zapier is one of those things you kind of have to try to see if it'll work the way you want. But just keep that in mind with the store. I did just talk to a lady, and she was like, oh, I was using Shopify and drop shipping, all these things from Thailand or whatever. And I was like, yeah, you're not going to find that kind of integration here easily. It's not that it's not possible. I just can't say if it's possible or not, because you'd have to try and see if you can do that with Zapier. Content library. So this is where you stash all of your videos, your PDFs, and saved replies are email templates. I know for a fact that they're about to update their email system to have more of a drag and drop email builder so that your emails are prettier, because the emails in AttractWell right now are like bare bones, but they're about to upgrade it. And from the testing that I've seen, it looked a lot more like Kajabi's email builder. And then you'll be able to do newsletters and templates and things like that and save your templates. So I'm hoping that will come really soon. Maybe by the time you see this video, it's already out. So I know they're testing it right now. So that's a huge improvement for this platform. This will be a really big feature for them. And I love that they are constantly trying to improve things like that. Like the booking feature was massive to get that. So the email builder, again, is I think another huge improvement that really pushes them forward as a platform. Zoom and events. So Zoom and AttractWell, this is not going to integrate with your current Zoom account. It's giving you a new Zoom account. The advantages of using Zoom and AttractWell is that you can record directly into AttractWell. There's no limit on how many Zooms you can have or how long they are. There is a limit per plan on how many people can be on Zoom with you. So when you're looking at the AttractWell plans and picking a plan, keep that in mind. You'll say, like, this plan comes with 10 Zoom attendees and this plan comes with 30. If you need more people on Zoom and you like the plan, but you're like, I need like 10 more people, just ask them. They're going to tell you it's like a couple bucks more, and they'll give you more people on Zoom. So I would just recommend emailing support with anything like that. Can I have like one more website page? Can I have like one more vault? Can I get a little bit more on like video hosting or something like that. They'll just tweak your plan. They're really accommodating that way. So yeah, if you use Zoom through AttractWell, the other advantage is that it integrates with their booking system. So when people book with you, it'll create Zoom meetings and send them the Zoom links for you. You don't have to do your meetings via Zoom. You can do meetings in person or via another platform. It just defaults to Zoom. And yeah, so that's the Zoom feature. And then events is like, you want to set up an event for people to RSVP. I find this feature is the most useful for free events because you can't have payment directly on it. I'm hoping that they upgrade that down the road a bit and make it so that you can have payment right there, because you can do paid events, but you're going to a website page for that. So you'd be going up to pages and just creating a page that like talks about your event, click here to pay, and you can create a list of people who are coming. And you don't really need the events feature in that instance. So I feel like this feature, when it comes to paid events, this feature is a little bit redundant, but for free events, it's really great. So that's just my opinion on it. Settings in the account, so some extra things. So they have a Zapier integration, they connect with Stripe, you can turn the store on. They have unlimited vaults and classes you can turn on for $17 extra. So if you're going to have a lot of offers and you want to just turn this on, you're just paying $17 extra a month to get that. You can go into your AI settings, and so you can kind of train your AI. And two-way texting you turn on here. You can add team members. So if you have like an assistant that needs to log in for you and they want their own login, you can do that. So you can see all the things here, all of the typical things. So that's sort of my basic overview of AttractWell. My personal website is built back in this platform. So you visit my website, you can see all the things that I'm doing on here, and I'm using their blog, and I'm using them for Facebook ads, and I'm running funnels in here, and I have courses that I sell, and I take clients through here, and I have membership. So all the things that you might be looking to do, I'm actually using in their platform. So I'm happy to answer any questions, and do give my website a look. It's PamelaZahn.com, and you can hire me to build your website up for you. I give you a really good deal because I'm Canadian, which means that you pay less if you're American, and you pay less if you're Canadian, because I'm cheaper than hiring an American, aren't I? So give everyone a good deal, and I'm happy to work with you on setting up your site in this platform or any other platform that you want. So give me a shout, and make sure you check out my free resources section, where I have some ebooks on SEO and building a website and getting good deliverability with your email and all of those kinds of things that are pertinent to growing a business online. So I hope you found this review helpful, and I hope you check out AttractWell. See the link under this video for a link to get started for $1 with my link on there. I have an affiliate link with them, and I'm happy to answer any questions you have. All right, see you later.